Hi traders, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our channel. I am Samuel Ngon. Today is the second day of the month and I'm here to talk about the recap of the trade I took this morning. This morning things was very difficult, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, trading always difficult. But I'm here to talk about those trades I took, my entry and my exit. Even though today we're not going to have a recording video as we used to have, the reason is that I trade in different time, different moment. It means I came starting trading and things was very difficult and I have to stop trading and go back to work and then find another suitable time and come back. So the first time I came, I started trading, things were very difficult. And, I was going, the first trade I took was a loss, and the second one, the winning trade. I took another trade, it was a loss, and I took another loss and I have to stop, because I realized that things was not working according to what I was expecting, trader. And I have to go and come back again. So, anyway, before I show you my entries and my exit, I can tell you that even though I started on the deep red, but I end up the day green. That is what is important, traders. You can start things, you can take the wrong trade at the beginning, things might start not as you were expecting it, but at the end you might keep doing what is good and focus yourself in the quality setup, and at the end you might come back to your senses, which means putting back those losses and going to green. Very important, traders. So right now I invite you in my screen, with me, and see my entries and my exit. You can see here, this is my field orders for today. You can see the date here, August 2nd. Those are the trade I took this morning. So let's start with the first trade I took, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see that my first entry was at 9:31:45, a.m. I placed my first trade with Tesla on the short side because the market opened, as you can see, Tesla opened a little bit higher, lower. As you can see, Tesla had the gap down. And when Tesla had the gap down, it opened lower. And I was looking for gap down and go. It means what? When usually the stock gap down, most of the trader, look at the gap down and go. Not all, but some traders, including me. That is what I was doing. So I was looking at Tesla for the short. That is why when I saw this candle, this red candle, breaking here, lower the support, I entered the trade, traders. But unfortunately, it was a fake. You can see how Tesla rejected, at the same time. Now Tesla rejected. This was my entry at 254.42 or 41. That was my entry for the short. You can see here, 244.42. That was my entry, traders. And when Tesla rebounds, I found out that Tesla was not going down. I placed my stop at this point. My stop was here at 254.55, 40. That was my stop. Now Tesla came here and stopped me out. Remember, it's not bad to have, to make mistakes. But the problem is that you need to place your stop on the market. Your risk. How much are you going to risk on the trade you took? That was my risk. I gave him approximately $1, who was $50 something, and I stopped out here. That was my first losing trade. You can see, my losing trade. I lost $58, because this is where I bought Tesla back, and I lost $58 on Tesla. That was it, $58. Then, in the meantime, I also short NVDA. You can see here that I short NVDA here at this point, 64. That was my entry point. At 9, NVDA as well at 931.49. So those trades, I took them almost together on the same time. You can see NVDA here. NVDA, I enter at this point, and then I sold NVDA at this point. So I made, let me see here. I made $48 with NVDA. You can see here, $48. So it didn't recoup my losses. The first loss I had, but anyway, I made some money on NVDA. Which was approximately, I came out flat. So it was a break even, and then I came here on Tesla. I can tell you, traders, this trade I placed on Tesla wasn't a good trade. Why? Because Tesla was here, as you can see. Let me show you this chart. Tesla was on the support at this point. Tesla was on the support, but I wanted to take Tesla down, but I was supposed to wait so that Tesla break this level, but I anticipated. Sometimes it's good to anticipate, but it's more safe to wait to see the confirmation. But I didn't see the confirmation, but I just anticipate because I saw how Tesla was started to consolidate here, and I felt, okay, Tesla will come down. Even though Tesla was coming down, there were another support at this level. So anyway, I short Tesla at this point, and my stop was on the breakout, But when I short Tesla at this point, I placed my stop here. Tesla came. I had 100 shares. Tesla kicked me out at this point. You can see I lost $149 on that trade. Well, this was a 100 shares of Tesla. I took it at 957 something. This was my entry point, traders, and I stopped out here. When Tesla break, the top, the flat top here, when it break out, now I decided to get out of trade. And unfortunately, Tesla just came here and it reversed. You see, you can understand that I was right, but I just took the trade on the wrong time. I was right. This is what I was expecting Tesla to do, to come down, but it wasn't the time. Sometimes you take the trade, the nice trade. Sometimes it can be, you need to wait more in order to take the trade, but you don't know. Anyway, that is why you need to have your stop on the market. So I lost again $149 on Tesla. And then let me put back my my chart. Then I show interest on Google. Google was also a nice trade, but when I say nice trade, it doesn't mean that I made money, but I'm saying that the way I was expecting Google to behave, but I took Google. Let's see. Google was here. My entry point was 129.64. So this was 129.64. I took Google here. When Google was approaching the resistance. So when Google was approaching the resistance, my idea in the back of my mind, I was thinking that Google would just reverse because that was the higher of the day. Let's say after the opening bell, that was higher. I thought when Google would come close to the opening bell higher, it will reverse. And this was a little bit the confirmation. It played this big candle, this red candle, and I was in at this point. But unfortunately, Google turned back and came here. And when Google break here, my stop was on top of the breakout. And I stopped out at this point. Just see, traders, imagine. I went out of Google and Google did what I was expecting it to do. So as a result, what can we keep here as a lesson? We need to understand that most of the time, the stock break and fake. So you need to place your stop a little bit above. Don't always place your stop at the breakout or stop, because most of the time when the stock break, people just sell. People who shorting here, they sell like I did, and the stock just go up a little bit, and now it reverse. That was the same thing with Tesla here. That was the same thing. Tesla break here and it came a little bit higher and it reversed. So most of the time, what we have to do next time is that when we are on the trade, we are in the trade, we need to wait. Even though the market, the stock break, we shouldn't just get out quickly. We can wait a little bit and see if it's going to hold. Most of the time the stock doesn't hold. It reverses directly because it shakes people by breaking out, and people are shaking, they're getting out, and now it reverses. So that was my third trade. So I was already down almost $200 and something at this point. Close to $300 loss. And then I took a break. And I went back to work, ladies and gentlemen. After that, I came back after something like maybe 1 hour or something like this. I came back, on my platform. I turned on my computer, traders, and I placed my last good, beautiful trade. Let me check it here and bring it to you. Let me see my last trade. It was Tesla. Yes, this is it. All right. This was my last trade I took, ladies and gentlemen. It was Tesla. So, Tesla, I came back, and I said, let me see. And I took 300 shares of Tesla at 100. What was it? Let me go there. All right. So I took 300 shares of Tesla at this point. It was $254.18. My entry. 254.18. That was my entry point. So this was my entry point at this point. Let me wait a little bit. Okay. So I was checking Tesla on the breakdown. Let me widen my chart a little bit, traders, so that we can just see properly. So this was a trade. Tesla opened at this point. It went up, going up, and then it started coming down. It started coming down, and it came in this point, at this point, rather. It did this, cup and handle, you know, high, low, you know, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower. And when Tesla reached this point, I was thinking to short Tesla after breaking the former low. You know, this was its opening. So I was saying that if Tesla crossed where he opened before, I will go short. That is what I did, traders. When Tesla broke here, I went short. I short 300 shares. Tesla came down here, giving me a little bit money, and it reversed. Tesla bounced, and I placed my stop on top of this candle, traders. I gave him $1, who was 300 and something dollars. So I placed my stop above this candle. Tesla now came. It came here. You can see, but it didn't kick me out because my stop was here. So the point where I placed my stop was very nice. Otherwise, Tesla could have taken me out and keep going down. So now Tesla came down here. Tesla came down, came down, came down. When it reversed here, it came here, and this is where I took my profit. $63. You can see here, traders. See, I short at this point to 254.18, and I recover at 252.96. That was $336.90. That was a beautiful trade, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice trade. And this took me from the red territory to the green one. That is why you see here I'm up $57.60 up of the day. You know, I can tell that, you know, even though this session was not easy, but I end up, you know, turning in green. Green is very important, traders. What I can notice here is that as a lesson, what I can keep during this recap is that, first of all, I have to focus on a quality setup. Yes, I shouldn't just jump on the trade. I understand that I don't have enough time, because when I'm my job site, you know, I have quickly to go back. I need to go back to work. But that doesn't mean that I have to take any kind of trade I see in front of me. I need to be patient. If I don't see any trade, it's better to go back and come back. Go back to work, and then come back later. So I should focus on the A quality setup in order to prevent this unnecessary loss or losses, traders. That was the point I can, you know, the lesson we can keep from this recap, you know. And we need to understand that trading is difficult. We'll never get tired to remind you guys. Most traders lose money, and my results are not typical. You can see it. I'm trying to explain to you my entries and my exits. Trading is very, very, very difficult. That is why we encourage you to have your education first, and then after education, you can start practicing on the demo account. And don't trade with the money of your bill. Don't do that. You know, just expose the money you can afford to lose, because trading is very, very difficult. It takes time and years and years. What I'm doing here is a lot of years of experience. So we also want to encourage you, for those who, you know, are new to our channel, to subscribe, you know, to our channel, so that you can have those kind of recap every single day, and also like our video or share them if you want, you know. So this was the recap of today, ladies and gentlemen, and we hope to see you tomorrow. tomorrow for another recap. Thank you and bye.